Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We back after a week off. How y'all fellas feeling after taking a week off, man?
Ready to get these two shows out the way and enjoy the break. I know a lot of people got lost.
Got what?
He muted himself.
What you say? Round, mound, and rebound?
He's saying cheeseburgers are delicious.
I don't know what he's saying. He muted, but I don't know. You muted, man.
I heard both of y'all slick vibes, man.
I'm just asking a question, man.
Y'all two are the most disrespectful dudes I know, man.
I'm disrespectful because I asked a question.
No, I heard your statement, dude.
Meaning what?
Don't worry.
Don't worry about what, man.
You already know what time it is. I know you want to threaten your life every day.
Yeah, you see keyword threaten, but ain't gonna do nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Chuck, what's going on, man?
Chilling, brother.
You say, hey, look, man. Everybody had a good week. Everybody teams won. Oh, everybody team didn't win. everybody else. I see one person don't find it very funny, do it. But
the person with the best record.
I mean, for now, but
what?
3 people up here got a W this weekend, and one person didn't. But however,
only the person with the best record,
yeah, person with the best record, it won't be the best record for long. I will say that.
How you gonna call that? You Nostradamus now? You predicted the future?
I don't know. You predicted that Kansas City won't go make the playoffs, but we see how that's working out for you.
It is what it is.
Now it is what it is, huh? All right, man. So look, we're gonna go ahead and get into it, man. Surprises and disappointments. Y'all go ahead and take it from here, man. Avery, what you got?
I'm gonna start my disappointment. I thought my man was gonna rejuvenate Carolina, man. Dude went 2 for 50, 68 yards.
He 5 for 21, man.
Oh, is it 5 for my fault? 5 for 21. 86 yards, 2 picks. But I did watch the game. The O-line was trash. He was trash. The running back was trash. The defense was trash. It was a lot of trash out there. And another disappointment is Matthew Stafford. He's doing what Matthew Stafford does. I mean, he took to Detroit. He did okay. He's doing to Los Angeles. He's being normal Matthew Stafford. So those are my disappointments. My surprise, I am surprised by how Green Bay snapped back that quick after that loss and really looking like they're rolling and probably the best team in the NFC. So I can see how quickly with all that COVID stuff with Rodgers and he just blocks all that out and keeps winning games. So that's really my surprise. Because I thought it would kind of go downhill from there, but I'm really surprised that he kept the engine going. Go ahead, y'all go ahead.
Well, I'm with you on the disappointment with Cam Newton. I'm rejuvenated over here in Carolina. Let's go, Cam. Let's get it, baby. Had an okay game, the second game. Yesterday just proved like, who they drafted their quarterback.
Right. But they don't have. Hey, real talk. They don't have nobody in the draft that's worth the damn.
Maybe real. Sam Howell, hometown boy, Carolina, but he's short though. He's small. He's a small quarterback.
I'll keep Cam for
maybe Wake Forest quarterback. I'm just saying like second, third round of quarterbacks. But Carolina was my disappointment. Of course, man. It's career for Brown, man, for the Dallas Cowboys, bro. This man had four pass interference penalties for us, bro. And the main one that we needed the most.
I had to give you that, Jay. I mean, my man got smoked so bad, bro. I said, why don't they take him out the game? Bro, just like when they told him throw in the damn towel, they should have threw in the damn towel for him, bro.
I mean, going deep. And he was every time pass interference.
Terrible.
Every single time.
Every single
terrible,
time.
Man.
Terrible. Reminds me of how the game played out. All right, Chuck, what you got?
Went to overtime. To that bad call, pass interference, threw it deep down the field, and they was in field goal range. So,
but I mean, you know, all jokes aside, man, they played better than y'all that day, man. I don't know. To me, it was a great game. I will say that it's the best game I've seen on Thanksgiving. That first game, I don't think nobody watched that junk. So, but what you got, Chuck?
My surprise, I had to just keep going with the Patriots, bro. Good Lord have mercy. Like they winning convincingly over people. Mac Jones is doing his job very well as a rookie. They following his lead. Belichick being Belichick. So they're scared. They're scary right now. If that defense continues to do what they're doing, they're gonna be a problem. Disappointments, I actually have two. The first one is it's not a surprise, but it's still disappointing. If you are able to get Lamar Jackson to throw 4 interceptions, bro, you have to find a way to win that game. You have to find a way to win that game.
You're right.
They couldn't even score another touchdown. He threw, if I'm not mistaken, it was 3 back-to-back. They got a possession, and then another possession, and he threw another one. And Cleveland just could not move the ball whatsoever. My other one is Seattle. Jesus Christ. Russell Wilson. I just don't understand how you are declining so fast before our eyes. There's no excuse for DK Metcalf not to get a target until the third quarter. That's ridiculous.
So let me ask you a question.
Did you see that 2 point? Did you see that 2 point miss?
Yeah.
So
Go ahead,
So my question is this: do you think he's declining, or do you think he's not 100% healthy?
I think he's declining.
I don't think he's declining. I don't think
he's declining. I think he's not healthy.
Ben Roethlisberger is declining.
Well, he was declining last year, Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah, but he needs to go to the bench. That's how bad he's playing.
I don't know. I just think Russ is declining. When you look at the throws, he like it.
I don't think he's healthy, man.
He had a broke finger, didn't he?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I ain't giving nobody excuse that when you threw 250-yard passes in the game. I don't hear that crap. So, but you can't complete like right there in your face. You looking like I've seen him a couple times. It looked like he looked off DK. I'm not saying he did, but it looked like that's what he did. DK wide open, he looked at him, threw the ball somewhere else. We all know he can use his legs. He didn't take advantage of that when he had plenty of opportunities to.
But
he missed every on a lot of throws. Now their running game don't help because they don't really have one, so that don't help the cause. But I'm not saying he ain't one of the top quarterbacks in the game, but I just see a decline. I mean, everybody else, this is me. We always compare all the elites to the elites. I've seen everybody else with major injuries, and they still perform at the elite level. So I'm not gonna give him that. I can't.
I'm gonna give it to him, man. I ain't gonna beat him down. You never seen Russell Wilson play like this, so I can see. Now next year, if he does this again, then I may have to agree.
But Avery, he was playing like this before he got hurt his hand. He wasn't playing good.
They had bad seasons. It happens, man. It happens. Okay. Rodgers had a bad season. They had to lose. It just happens. But give me 2 years in a row, then we can readdress this.
But my issue is what was the outcome of Rodgers' bad season?
Not making the playoffs. That's what I consider a bad season. I mean, I guess you're going by record. I don't know.
Yeah, I believe that too. I think he just having a bad season. I think he plateaued in injuries. But at the same time, I don't understand the DK Metcalf whole thing. Like I just don't understand that.
And they don't have no running game at all. They don't have no pressure to get off it. No running game at all. Nobody.
I will say. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, Tom.
No, I mean, I will say this. I know y'all don't like stats, but I mean, if you look at his stats aren't terrible. I mean, he's still, 65% passing, 12 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. I mean, does he look like the same Russell Wilson? I mean, his passing rate is still high. His QBR isn't very good. But I mean, does he look like the same Russell Wilson? No, he doesn't. I don't remember him looking this bad before the injury. Because I had him in fantasy, and he still put up pretty good numbers for me before the injury. Mm-hmm. I mean, since the injury, like last night, I get what you're saying. Did he miss some throws? Yes. Do I think he's 100%? No. As far as now, I will say this: as far as the legs go, not as of late, the last few years, I haven't known him to be much of a runner. I've known him to escape the pocket and make plays with his arm. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like to make plays with his arm. But as far as like him running for 60, 70 yards, I mean, I don't really think he does that anymore. So
I wonder why. Is that in the game plan? Is he trying to prove that he's a pocket quarterback? Like he needs at least average, to me, he needs to average 30 yards rushing.
And that's my issue. I don't need 60 or 70. I just need you to
make the defense honest. Make the defense honest. Right.
In my opinion, if I had to give my opinion on the matter, I feel like the reason why most guys do it as they start to progress in their career, because they realize that they could throw the ball further than they can run, if that makes sense. I mean, you know, like if you see like a lot of guys like with Steve Young really made the progression is when Steve Young stopped running as much, still create room with your create space with your feet, but use your arm, if that makes sense. That way maybe because you know they don't protect you outside of the pocket as much as they protect you inside of the pocket. As far as the rules.
I get it, but when you have no running game, Lamar Jackson, I mean, eventually he's gonna have to really be a pocket quarterback to, you know, as he get older. He's not gonna have that speed that get him for the rest of his life. Or his career is probably like 10 years. He'll get to the Hall of Fame, but I'm just saying in general. But having no running game and you're trying to prove to be a pocket quarterback, and I agree with Chuck, you gotta run something. Like do an option, do a jet switch, something just to get the defense honest. Because they know you can't run the football.
Well, but you don't think that's what play calling though?
I agree, 100%. Because you know they bashed him back in Seattle, the offensive coordinator for Seattle, and you know Russ and Pete Carroll came to their defense. And you want to be honest to me? I think this Pete Carroll Russ last year in Seattle.
Me too.
Pete Carroll gonna find a way. Notre Dame gonna put him a lot of money out there. Oklahoma gonna make sure somebody gonna give him that money in the college game. I think he's out of there. And Russ, you know, he's gonna be out of there. So I just think there's another kumbaya. Thanks what you've done and keep it moving.
Got you. Makes a lot of sense. All right, moving on, man. Moving on to our next topic that we have. So, Avery, I know you kind of brought this topic up. Paying running backs. I know it's been a big deal lately. Christian McCaffrey, Saquon, both with I know Christian McCaffrey's out for the rest of the season. Well, he's on IR, which means maybe he could come back. I don't know if the Panthers are still in the playoff race, but I know in the NFC is kind of
they're in the playoff race.
They're still in the playoff race, so maybe he could come back. But
no, he's not coming back. He's out.
He can't come back.
He can't come back.
He's done.
When IR twice, you can't. Oh, okay, gotcha.
He's done for the year. Mm-hmm.
So, I guess my question would be, running back, should you pay him, Avery?
At this point, I mean, if you draft one in the first round, you get that 5 year, and then you can franchise him. So that's 6 years. I mean, is it worth paying him? Like for real? Like Aaron, your boy from Green Bay, his carries have declined since Dillon been in there, since he came back. The Aaron Jones, his carries have declined. Like to pay a running back, that amount of money, I just don't see it no more. No Todd Gurley, no Ezekiel Elliott, nothing. I don't even see Saquon getting the money. He stays injured all the time, and I think everybody should be worth their money. But CMC got paid, and he ain't been healthy ever since. So for me, no, I just don't see you paying. The next running backs are who's up now. The next running backs, Tony Pollard's going to get paid.
Taylor
going to have to get paid.
He the 40th highest paid running back.
Correct. So Tony Pollard looking for a payday from the backup from Dallas. Taylor from the Colts, and then you got to go Dillon. He's gonna be looking for a deal too. So do you pay those guys? I just don't see it.
It's crazy. 4 out of the top 10 running backs is hurt right now. Kamara, Henry, Saquon, and Saquon is back, but he was hurt most of the season.
And Kamara ain't been healthy either. Kamara ain't been healthy since he been gotten paid either.
And then the last 2 years,
Zeke
Elliott and Henry really been the same. So,
I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, and Jonathan Taylor, he was a 2nd round pick. So I don't foresee in the future like they're going out and grabbing running back. Was Chubb a 2nd round pick too? I don't think Chubb was a 1st round pick.
He may have been the 2nd round, but he got paid though.
Yeah, well,
yeah, he got paid. He got paid this year.
Yeah, he number 6. Yeah, he was hurt this year too, though.
I know exactly.
So
exactly. What you got, Chuck?
I mean, I disagree somewhat.
Okay.
I think this has just been a freak accident of injuries. This don't happen like this all the time. So I don't think we can or should just say, okay, now everybody's getting hurt in one particular season. Yeah, you had a couple of, backs that were getting hurt, but now it's like everybody's getting hurt. You got Dalvin Cook getting hurt. You got,
But he's hurt every year, bro.
but he still performs. He's not hurt to the fact where, because you got to look at, to me, if you look at the running backs,
he does perform.
If you look at the running backs that we're naming, their team goes as they go. Without those guys, their team's not winning.
I do give you that. I give you that.
You know what I'm saying? Like without
Henry,
even though
McCaffrey,
McCaffrey's hurt all the time, if McCaffrey's healthy, they're a different team.
Yeah, you're right.
Dalvin Cook is healthy, they're a different team. Henry, different team. Kamara, without him, they're not winning nothing.
Oh no,
that's why I think you got to kind of. It's hard to say don't pay them because of what they're proven to be on their teams. So
I hate this. I hate this where they cap. You know what I'm saying? Like each position has the number. Just pay the player as you feel like he needs to be paid.
Right.
So if this running back is 4 years, $100 million, pay him. You know what I mean? Like stop trying to, because some of the quarterbacks don't deserve none of that money. Period. Point blank. Like you're not. There's no way you're paying Ryan Tannehill $140 million over Derrick Henry, and who's the best player on the team. You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm saying. There's no way you go out there and give Jameson. And right now they need Jameson bad, but there's no reason you go out there and pay Jameson 3 years. I gotta go quarterback money, 4 years. I don't know what is raffle number, $100 million, and you give Alvin Kamara the chump change. Like he's not the best player. So I agree with you. My main issue is the two running backs. I'm having an issue: CMC and Saquon. I'm scared about Saquon. He's not gonna get paid. You can see it right now. I'm a New York Football Giant for life. I just don't see him getting paid. He's injured every year. He had 1 year. CMC, I can see him getting cut. I know they got clauses in those contracts where they can get off that money because he's been injured ever since. Last 2 years, he's not performed anything. So you can say Carolina, but Carolina's been terrible. He's not on the field. That means you're not being productive. That means you're useless. Let's just call it what it is. So I agree with you, Chuck, that they are the engine that runs those teams. But you ain't on the field, which those three and Dalvin Cook, you're right. He injured, but he finds a way to get on there and keep moving. But he just doesn't. They're just not healthy enough not to give me all that money.
Yeah, and Kamara too. Kamara, the second highest paid back. He need to be on that field. If he ain't on there,
but I do agree with this. I don't know. JJ, I think JJ has said it that you do need a second back. Like you do need somebody to take some 10 carries out of the running back to save that better back. You know what I mean? Like you're getting
like
back to us. Right. But Pollard needs to be in there.
Like Cleveland, I felt like I don't even like Cleveland. But I felt bad. I said,
that was smart.
I said Hunt and Chubb, bro.
That's
both of them get hurt.
Well, that's my thing. Well, but back maybe
that guy performed that.
Johnson took too. So. He might get a piece of money too.
Ernest Johnson. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, this is the thing though. 10 years ago. Well, maybe not 10 years ago, but you remember Tiki and who was at the back?
I remember.
Thunder and Lightning. It seemed like a lot of teams were going to the two-back system, but at some point,
Ron Dane.
It was Dane.
Okay, Ron Dane. My fault. Yeah, Tiki and you had Ron Dane, but it seemed like a lot of teams started to go away from that when these backs started wanting to get paid like wide receivers and like other positions.
Mm-hmm. Or maybe the backs they become more two-way backs, more coming out of the backfield, catching the ball and all that.
But watch this. If you give it back, Chris McCaffrey is a prime example. Mm-hmm. He's going to get 20 touches. And I'm not talking about even receiving. I'm not counting receiving. He can average 10 receiving. That's 30 touches a game. That's a lot of touches.
Yeah, he get a lot of touches.
If a quarterback throws the ball, maybe 35 a game, and he's getting 30 touches a game, man, you're going to wear him out.
Yeah, that's a lot of touches, but then we got to look at, too, how many games has he played in the last 2 seasons?
No, we said that. I agree.
Yeah.
So that's why we were saying, like you just said, like a Tony Pollard, Ezekiel Elliott, you need that second back, at least get 10 touches a game. Make him relevant. Now, if you're going to save your best backers, if they had used Schubert at the beginning, I believe he would have been all right.
Yeah, that's just like last night when I looked at Gibson. I'm like, man, they keep giving him the ball. Now, granted, he was doing good. But I'm like, they went stretches where you didn't even see the backup. You know what I mean? Like at some point, maybe throw him in there and let him get a couple of yards. I mean, I'm not.
You saw him later on though.
I mean, you seen him later on, and he got
showed up.
touches. But what I'm saying is, if you look at like it was some drives, I was like, dang, like you don't see most running backs start off the drive and then finish the drive as well, and never really come out during the whole thing. Does that make sense? And still touch the ball 6-7 times on that drive. I'm just like, dang, like your normal back, like Zeke would have probably got the first 3 touches, and then they probably would have subbed him out in the middle around there somewhere. Got Tony Pollard 2 or 3 touches, then put Zeke back in. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? So that's the only thing I thought that was weird. I'm like, dang, like then if he gets hurt, what do you do? I mean, McKissick's not a bad back, but
he's too small. You saw it behind, got cracked up right in up the lane. So
I was gonna say too. I think a lot of times the flow of how the game is going.
How about to say that too, Chuck?
Because they was in a dog fight, and you have to depend. You kind of have to lean in that specific moment. You kind of have to lean on your main guy, and he was getting what he wanted now. So I mean, in certain situations, I think you kind of have to. Like even with Tampa Bay, sometimes they'll Fournette and then Jones a little bit, but when it's time,
it's Fournette.
It's Fournette. Like you got certain teams that does that. Even with Green Bay, as much as we like Dillon and them, when it's time, it's gonna be Jones. Like that's just what they do.
Now, I ain't seen that lately
because he's been hurt this season. But under normal circumstances, it's Jones.
I don't know. I remember that one game that Jones he got a couple of receptions, but it was even when he was healthy, it was Dillon. I think they're gonna find a way to get out of Jones' contract, man.
Yeah.
I just see the writing on the wall, man.
But that's just like to put a number on what I said about last night.
Or keep him up.
Gibson had 30. He had 36 touches.
That's a lot of touches, bro. That's too many.
You know what I mean? Like that's a lot of touches. Like he had 29 rushes, and he had seven receptions. I mean, in 29 rushes, you don't even really hear about guys getting that many rushes no more.
No, except Derrick Henry.
But I will say this: I think if he don't get them touches, they might not win. That's just I'm being honest. If that game don't go the way they might not win that game.
But Chuck, you're right. But I still think when they gave J.D. McKissick opportunity, he took advantage of the opportunity. Like he ran a 10-yard touchdown and got a 10 yards. So
because Chuck,
I can't say that.
Because to put it in perspective, Jonathan Taylor's a pretty good back, right?
Pretty good.
I mean, he had 16 touches.
Ridiculous.
Sunday. You know what I mean? He had 16 touches. My man had double the amount of touches he had. Like that's I'm just saying
Naheem.
No. I'm saying
Gibson. I get you.
I'm saying Gibson had double the amount of touches. And I mean, Jonathan Taylor's not a bad back. I'm just saying, like, you don't really hear about guys touching the ball that much no more. Like that's a lot. To me, that's a lot.
36 touches is a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot.
Like even
but it ain't like I'm saying. The reason I'm saying that
Taylor was a little bit
something that happens all the time.
They played against Tampa Bay.
This is a particular.
But I agree with you, Chuck. I agree with you, Chuck. They needed Gibson. All 36 touches. They needed him. I agree.
Yeah, that don't happen all the time. It's just this particular week. Just like because really, being honest with you, in that Colts game, even though Taylor had that 100 yards, he got that on one.
No, he didn't have 100 yards because they had like 80.
Oh, well, he got most of them yards on one drive because they kind of.
If you look at, I'm just looking at other running backs. Like if I look at the Titans, they had 2 running backs go for over 100 yards. Yeah. If I combine both of their
performance don't count. He went in the game when the game was over and he just was running through. The game was decided and they was running Hilliard. It was Hilliard.
Yeah, but if I combine both of their touches together, it don't equal what he had. That's just the point I'm trying to make.
Yeah. It happens.
He was getting some touches. He got a lot of them touches. I was like, wow.
So, even your boy Joe Mixon didn't have as many as he did. He went crazy.
Didn't they win by 40?
Yeah.
I mean, but he had 165 yards.
That's why they won by 40.
Joe Mixon, he only had highest paid running back too. He in there.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
but we can move on. We can move on to James. How about the Cowboys? Cowboys took a tough loss this week. I know the Redskins. Washington football team. I don't want to offend anybody, but the Washington football team did win last night. That was a pretty good game. But I know Washington sits at 2 games back from the Cowboys. Giants and the Eagles also sit, I believe, at 3 games back as well.
But they in the playoffs as we speak.
Nah, I got it. But what I'm about to ask you is, do you think the Cowboys will remain their 2-game lead, or do you think they will still win the NFC East, Chuck?
They're gonna win. They're gonna win it. Look, as much as I give them, I'm not a fan. As much as I give them a hard time, they're gonna win that division. It is what it is. And the reason I think they're gonna win it is because I don't think nobody inside the division is gonna beat them. Their losses is gonna be to like people that's I don't even know what their remaining schedule is, but if they lose, it's gonna be the people not in their division. Everybody, I don't think the Giants gonna beat them. Even though Washington's playing well, I really don't think they're gonna beat them. So I think they're gonna edge it out, and they're gonna win. Because I can see Washington got what's the name this week, so it might be somebody.
Talking about us, right?
Do they got y'all?
No,
They
y'all got us.
Washington play. God, oh my.
Y'all got us. I forgot.
So I'm gonna give you Dallas remaining.
Giants, right?
I'm gonna give you Dallas remaining.
This game right here. We play against New Orleans. We have to get this game.
Yeah. I'm gonna give you that remaining schedule real quick. You got New Orleans this week, Washington, New York, Washington, Arizona, Philly.
Yeah, the only game I see, I thought it was gonna beat the Raiders too.
You don't think Washington can split with them?
Yes,
they can, but I don't think they will.
I put it like this: I don't pass no division games. I'm sorry, I would never say you're gonna just sweep like it's the division. You know what I mean? Like you can say the team plays this, but you know how the division goes, rivals and bad blood and all that. But I don't know, James. It depends because 8 people on your team got COVID. So is it the players that got COVID, or is it your coaching staff that got
one
COVID?
Coach got COVID? That's
it. Mike McCarthy got COVID. They got 8 players, so that will determine.
Well, if he got COVID, they definitely gonna win. They good. They good.
Look at that.
My answer to the question now is definitely yes.
Looking at their schedule, I see a potential 3 losses. I think they'll lose to Arizona. I think they'll split with the Redskins.
I give you that. Who the other football team, man? Who the other?
Oh, I'm sorry, football team. You're right. I don't want to get
Philly or the Giants. Philly or Giants.
I think between Philly, the Giants, and New Orleans, I think one team could get them.
Man,
I hope I don't think New Orleans
because our team is injury right now. Like,
that's way out.
Well, with the New Orleans, I think
our star wide receivers out, both our star defensive.
I think with New Orleans, I think because
defensive linemen are out.
I think it's possible.
So that'll put more pressure for them on the quarterback because our defense secondary is trash.
Zeke's not healthy again.
Yeah, and but we may run Paulo more. Our offense still can score.
Y'all should beat New Orleans, man.
And James, that's what I was gonna say. The reason I'm saying I don't think they'll lose many of them games is because, like you just said, y'all defense is really not that good at the moment. But I feel like I'm gonna use Jalen Hurts. If you give me a shootout and you ask me Dak against Jalen Hurts, Dak is gonna win that. Dak is gonna win that situation.
Correct. I agree.
I feel like if you give me a shootout and there's an even playing field, give me a shootout, I think he's gonna outplay Heineke. That's just me. I don't see no quarterbacks I think Dak will outplay Heineke.
I think Dak's the better quarterback, but I don't know.
I think Dak's the better quarterback, but I think
Tyron Smith been out too. So
the only game I'm looking at really is
injury prone.
I agree with you, Tyron. I think Washington they can split. Do I think they will? I don't necessarily think
because
so.
I feel like Washington is so balanced. Washington is so balanced on offense. We seen last night they could run it, they could play smash mouth. I mean, you don't want Taylor Heineke to throw it 40 times, but I mean, he has weapons. You seen Samuels last night, McLaurin, J.D. McKissick out the backfield. I didn't realize that he's the last, I think, 2-3 years they said he's had more receptions out the backfield than any back in football, including Kamara and
But they don't give it to him enough. The funny part is,
I mean, if he getting more than anybody,
he don't get no touches.
He don't get touches. But I understand where you're coming from, but he don't get touches.
I was pulling it up, even like
I even like the tight end they got.
So Logan Thomas.
Nah, our issue is just we're not healthy. Tyron Smith been out. Both our wide receivers been out. Star wide receivers. Zeke been hurt. Our defensive line is beat up. We just ain't healthy, So, but at the same time, if we're not healthy, we playing, we can get beat, and that's obvious. So we got to get healthy. If we don't get healthy, then it's gonna be tough.
I think
we'll win the division, but it's tough.
Dak needs to have quicker starts to games. He turns it on kind of late. He need to come out. He need to come out the gates faster. Because they'll put themselves in a hole or become a dogfight game, and then he got to try to will them to a win by himself. He need to have better starts to the game though.
Yeah.
But I will say this: the one thing
I've been to most of that. AFC West, we lost to those 3 teams in Tampa Bay. So
Yeah.
But we beat the Chargers.
I will say this: the one thing I agree with Avery on, man,
Everybody
is
in the Chargers, man.
them division games is different. Like I don't think nobody thought we would beat the Rams, but it's just like them divisional. You get up for them divisional games, like Cowboys and Washington football team is like
all of them
is a big
All
rivalry. I
of
mean,
them.
they're all big rivalry, but you know what I mean. Though.
Yeah.
We still got to play New York in New York, so that's gonna be a tough game. So,
And I expect. Listen, of course I want to win, but we're looking at roster to roster. Who, you know what I'm saying? Like legitimately, like y'all should beat us. Our defense is better. I mean, we're playing, but offense is pedestrian. Like offense don't move.
Everybody hurt, bro. On the Giants, everybody.
I mean, but listen, I'm gonna use your quote. If your quote, I know. Listen, this is the time for Daniel Jones to prove himself, right?
Yeah, you're right.
We're only one game back of a wild card, so we're still in the playoff hunt. It ain't over. I don't see us catching the division. 3 back. Dallas got some iffy games. The division, I don't see it, but it's not impossible. But if Dallas collapse this, James better never say nothing to me again about Dallas. Nothing. Just don't even. They shouldn't. I'm not saying it, but if they collapse,
that's real though.
We got some damn bad luck right now. Oh, the luck is not on my side. Basketball, my Lakers getting whooped. Football, this November been horrible.
I'm being real. I'm being real. Listen to this before we move on. This one part. Y'all went and paid Westbrook for this? And then want to go pay.
You about to get put off.
They was fussing at me. They was fussing at me. You know where I stand when I said it.
But you didn't want to get
who was fussing at you?
You and Avery, my witness. You and James gave me the business. You ain't no Lakers fan. You don't like what? Man, I didn't want Westbrook. I didn't like the pickup. I didn't understand the pickup.
Hey,
it made no
you know what I realized about Chuck, man. Chuck a front runner, man.
Okay.
Chuck a front runner, man. I didn't realize that, James. It's like when something happened, he give like the back end side of it. So that way, when it don't work out, he gonna be like, "Man, see what I'm saying, man?
Yeah,
I told y'all, boy.
This shouldn't be surprising nobody.
You said what?
You got 3 people on the team that do the same thing.
I can't. But see, this is my thing, though. Sometimes, LeBron has been in and out the lineup due to injuries or whatever you want to call it, old age, rest. Him elbowing somebody. I mean, so we've been. Ain't had the continuity that we probably used to with him being injured and different things. Westbrook, new system. So I can't say it's over right now.
It's not looking good.
If it's still looking like this in February, or if it's still looking like this in January, February,
I think it's over for. I think it's over for AD. When Giannis took his soul and dropped him for a 47 piece, I think it's over.
It's not over for AD, man.
You also thought it was over for that plate of food you had the other day, but
you trying to use my plate, Joe. After I got you earlier today, I see how you do, man. Don't worry. I like how you use this stuff live, man. You good at that. You
trust more down the stretch, the Rams or the Cowboys?
The Rams.
Cowboys.
I'm going
Cowboys. Yeah,
I'm going Rams.
Oh no,
I don't trust Rams.
I don't trust Matthew Stafford,
and I don't trust Dallas. They do this every year.
I don't trust Daniel Jones.
I'm gonna trust somebody. I'm gonna trust somebody.
I trust Jerry Jones.
Matthew Stafford, the one that they traded for, does this every year.
But again,
Manny was on Detroit, man. Stop it, man.
I don't care.
I'm gonna try a good quarterback with a new team with weapons versus a team that does the same thing every year. I'll take that.
Cool. And just like AD was in New Orleans. The same, y'all gave the same pass.
Hey, what I tell you about the disrespect, man? Didn't he get a ring?
Just saying.
Hey, didn't he get a ring?
Don't do this.
Do Jaylen Brown, Tatum, or Dollar got a ring?
No.
Has Jaylen Brown?
You didn't say the other two. You didn't say you skipped the other two.
Has Jaylen Brown, Tatum, or
that's the only thing you can say. Dollar. Oh, go ahead. You got Dollar.
Or Dollar played in the finals?
No.
Okay, thank you. We're moving on. All right, so
y'all crazy.
I'm just saying, man.
He won't name the other two now.
Who the other?
Come on,
hold on.
Kawhi and Steph.
Kawhi.
I thought you were a Paul George fan.
Come on, man.
Kawhi.
Come on, man.
Hey, I can't even talk about Kawhi right now.
I like Kawhi since San Diego State.
Now, what's funny to me is
not he liked him since San Diego State.
Now,
we got to move on now.
What's funny to me?
I liked him at San Diego State, but I ain't think he would be this good.
I didn't even know.
I ain't think he would be this good. Now I liked him at San Diego State, but I think he would be like.
I ain't never think he would be this good.
Where you watch the San Diego game at?
Like late games when I was young.
Oh Lord.
I get that. They went to the Sweet 16, bro. Come on,
bye.
I'm done. Listen, go ahead.
I give Avery. I give him Kawhi. Since from jump, Dame from jump. Now this fool, where did Steph Curry come from?
Fact.
I don't know. He used to get Steph the bit. Avery, stop it, bro. When we first started this show, you was giving Steph.
You guys showed me.
You were saying Dollar was better than Steph.
You was.
No, I ain't say Dollar.
Yes, you did.
How can I say Dollar's better? Hold on. How can I say Dollar's better?
Now, Hambone.
No, because it makes no sense. How can I say Dollar's better than Steph? But I always rated Steph in the top 4.
Hey, listen, bro.
Because you had Dollar
top 4.
Listen.
How did I say that? Come on, man. Y'all just trying to find something.
No. This is what you said, bro.
Okay, all right, fine.
I don't know what Steph came from, one of his favorites. He always say Steph was in his top 4, though.
Always. I never put him over Dollar.
Okay, he's my favorite player, and I don't
know about his favorite player.
But listen, Steph
that just came from this year.
No, it came from all years. I'm sorry. Because I don't have to really listen. I don't have to really root for Steph. Steph is Steph. Dave, I got to put a little extra on it because y'all be killing me about Dollar. Y'all be killing me about Kawhi, and y'all be killing me about Brown and Tatum. Okay, I'm sorry.
No, I don't kill you about Dollar. It's just
y'all be killing me.
No. I just be trying to figure out something. I just be trying to figure out how people give Harden such a hard time. I just want to know what has Dollar done so much better than Harden, except for hit a couple.
Well, we always put Harden above Dollar though as best players in the league.
I do.
Everybody do.
But I'm saying no. But I'm saying people kill. What do people?
You're saying I get what he's saying. He's saying more. And I agree. They give Dollar more of a pass than they give James Harden.
They kill James Harden.
Right.
But when you look at it in totality, when you look at everything, I don't see how their careers are much different. Harden took them teams with Dwight Howard, but took one team with Dwight Howard to the Western Conference Finals and lost to Steph and them. The eventual. When they was on their run.
Maybe because he had big at the time, just like Paul George, the big lights were on and he just didn't perform. I mean,
I'll give you
that.
It was a couple of game 7s,
right?
Where I felt
there's no James Harden.
Where I felt like he could have. He just seemed like he was tired or he just didn't play good. But I'll look at it like this too. Dollar hasn't gotten to them. I mean, he got to the Western Conference Finals at one time, and I think they got swept by the
Nuggets. No, not the Nuggets.
I think they got swept by the
Warriors.
Yeah, they got swept by the Warriors. I mean, this Steph and them, whatever. But I mean, Harden is to me. He's a one Chris Paul injury away from playing in the finals.
But here's the negative on it. They're saying you need a Chris Paul, and we clearly think he's better than Chris Paul. I'm just saying. I don't disagree. Watch this. I don't disagree nothing you're saying. Like, if you want to be a realist on with being real, everything you're saying is factual. How you dogging this one guy, but this one guy, I mean, he has one conference. You know what I mean? Like I agree.
Yeah, like for as much as I like KG and T Mac, what is it? Oh, Tracy McGrady. My fault. I was about to say Terrence. For as much as I like Tracy McGrady and I like Kevin Garnett, until Kevin Garnett went to Boston, it was career over. Every time, first round out of here. He went to the West Conference Finals that one time. Well, I think it was Sam Cassell and
Sam Cassell, the Trail Sprewell. Mm-hmm.
But people praise Kevin Garnett like I don't know.
Well, he had a defense. He has a defensive player of the year.
I mean, he does. I'm not saying
and they say he plays hard. But you're right. Just like how Dwight Howard now in the 75, he put Dame Dollar and AD over him. Like make it make sense. Their stats, his career stats are better. I mean, we're talking about all trophies. You can call he's a career double-double. He's led his team actually to the finals as the main man.
The finals, nobody wanted him to make it to the finals. Everybody wanted LeBron.
Right. LeBron versus LA. I got you. Mm-hmm. But he beat LeBron.
Got you. So I was talking to Chuck about this on the phone earlier. How y'all feel about Les Miles going to USC? I know, Chuck, that's your team. How you feel?
Les Miles to go to USC.
Isn't it?
It's
Les
not
Miles
Les
go to
Miles.
USC?
No,
Who was it?
Lincoln Riley, buddy.
My
Lincoln
fault.
Riley.
Lincoln Riley went to
Yeah,
USC.
Lincoln
Whatever.
Riley. I was like,
My fault. My fault.
When they fired
Lincoln
him,
Riley.
he
Lincoln
had
Riley
charges.
from Oklahoma.
Hey, look, hey, look, because when he hit me up, I was excited. I said, "We got Les Miles." I didn't know. I didn't hear the news at all. So I was like,
"For real?"
"No," because I just didn't know. I was like, "Man,
Hey, that's my fault.
Normally
Riley.
Tyrus, he on it." So I'm like, "Man, something crazy must have happened."
Do you see why I give him the career over? You see right there. That's why he gets it.
Do you see why you got it? Never mind.
See, we gotta see.
I got something for you. No, I got something for you. Go ahead.
You really? I'm out of it, man.
My fault. Lincoln Riley. How you feel about it, Chuck?
But no, I'm just glad we needed a coaching change. Period. I'm happy about it. We tend to we start off every season top 25 poll team, and it just by week 2 is a wrap.
I need a recruiting change.
So I'm glad about it. Hopefully, it gets us back on the right page. We haven't been good for a long time. I think the last time anybody mentioned us was with Barkley, if I'm not mistaken. That's the last time we was at least mentioned. Is when Barkley was the quarterback. So
y'all better start doing like Ohio State and Michigan had to do, bro.
I mean, hey, yeah, you're right. So, but I'm glad.
He's saying they lost a 5-star, but when Lincoln Riley came, USC just lost a 5-star quarterback.
Yeah.
So he opened up his recruitment.
Yeah.
So I don't know the difference, but I know Lincoln Riley can recruit in California because he got a lot of them kids from USC that go to Oklahoma.
That's what I'm saying.
But see, that's the worst part to me though. Mm-hmm. When you in a state like Texas, when you in a state like California, when you in a state like Florida, you should not be losing them big. Cause overall, let's be honest, they got the best players. Mm-hmm. The bigger states, they got the best players. You shouldn't be losing them guys out of state, man. That's just like for basketball, right? If Carolina Duke is here, and I got to leave from here and go to UCLA, like that's just crazy.
Why is it? Do you think that the kid may want to go to UCLA? I think in Carolina. I
think in some circumstances, but I think 7 out of 10, I think would probably want to stay. Would probably want their family to see him play, but sometimes the circumstances I don't think is right.
I just hope
Lincoln Riley, he gonna bring the skilled players, all the top-notch skilled players, because he gonna get the ball out. His offense is dynamic. And that's what a lot of the players want to see. And a lot of players from California wasn't getting that from USC. Now he coming to bring in that offense, that pass-up tempo offense with the running backs and all these wide receivers. He could get a lot of great skilled players, high school skilled players coming through there.
His style it may not be as elite, but it's similar to when we had Reggie and Liner, and the way he played football is similar to how they played it. You know what I'm saying?
It's very exciting to watch.
Yeah, hopefully.
This is my only knock on Lincoln Riley. I've never seen him have a quarterback as a freshman to a senior developed. Now, every time he's had a quarterback, he's had like a seasoned quarterback. Baker Mayfield, but he got him off of Bob Stoops. Then he had Kyler Murray, and then he went to Jalen Hurts. Then he had Radler. That was his 5-star recruit.
That was his 5-star recruit,
right, for Caleb Williams. So Caleb was okay too. I guess he just wasn't turning the football over more than Rattler. So
is Caleb a true freshman?
Yeah, he's a true freshman. So my point is, can Lincoln get one of those true freshmen or a redshirt freshman from start to finish? You know what I mean? Then they'll teach me that he know how to develop. Is he a 1-year wonder with these quarterbacks, or does he know how to get a quarterback as a franchise? You know,
how long you think, so he have a good chance.
How long do you think it'll take him to be successful? I know it took Jim Harbaugh. You see how long it took him to beat Michigan? to beat Ohio State.
I give him 2 years.
It's the Pac-12, man.
It's Pac-12,
this ain't the Big Ten. This ain't Ohio State, bro. Like This is the Pac-12. Like
I give him 2 years.
Let's call it what it is.
So in 2 years, you think they'll be back to what they was, or they'll just be back to making?
They'll be in the national contention.
Do you think Lincoln Riley didn't want to go to the SEC?
No, he didn't.
I just think. I don't know. I've always been a big fan of the big job. I think that's a bigger job than Oklahoma, though.
How?
From what USC used to be?
I ain't going no use. He's got a bigger job.
He's a better job. It's easier to get recruits coming to USC.
Even Notre Dame not. Their knock is right now they're not in the conference.
So
the SEC is getting bigger.
So let me ask you a question, Avery. You rather live in Norman, Oklahoma,
Come on, you
or
said
Los
live.
Angeles,
You said
California.
live.
I'm just because
watch
you
this.
coaching, you living there, right?
I can flip it. Would you rather live in Kansas or would you rather live in USC?
I'd rather be at USC.
Which one is the bigger job?
Can we talk about basketball?
We're talking about basketball. You ain't talking about football. You clearly know it's talking about football. I apologize.
I'm asking.
Which one's the bigger job?
I think it depends.
Which one's the bigger job?
Basketball, Tyrus.
That's the question. Kansas.
Hey, basketball's inside. Basketball's inside though.
Stop it. Yo, this dude. What I'm saying is these names like Kentucky. Like that's the bigger job. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Kentucky. I mean, like basketball, Kentucky, Kansas.
What's
Carolina
the difference? Watch this. What's the difference? Which one's the bigger job? Alabama or USC?
But see, and then this transition into our next topic though.
Mm-hmm.
That's just like Mel Tucker. He just got paid $95 million at Michigan State.
I'm happy for the black man.
I got that, but what I'm saying is Michigan State is not a top-notch job.
But maybe he can sustain. Maybe he wants to be the one to make Michigan State. Some coaches.
I got it. So I got you. So what's the difference between that and then maybe I want to make USC if it's just basketball?
I'm gonna tell you the difference. You got more time to mess up in Michigan State. You ain't got no time to mess up. You got more time to mess up at Michigan State. If you go to USC, you ain't got time. You need to do it right then.
You got to do it right then.
You can't.
You're on TV at USC.
But
I don't know. Well, I'm sleep.
With Lincoln Riley coming back, he's gonna bring them.
Avery, what I'm saying is, I took what you said and I flipped it.
Mm-hmm.
If that's the case for Michigan State, why can't it be the same case for if you like with the Kansas and USC analogy you use, right?
What you mean? Like what do you mean?
Why can't one go to USC and make USC basketball something big instead of going to Kansas? You know what I'm saying?
I agree, but we were talking about which one was the bigger.
No, I was just using your argument.
You can't be arguing. Kansas is the bigger.
I can't. You put it on the table, so
but you did was the city. Which one would you rather live? Of course, I'd rather go to USC than go to Kansas. I agree.
I'd rather live in
California than Kansas. Correct. That's a fact. Let's just call it what it is.
That is a fact.
But you can't say USC job is this high in Oklahoma's down here. Notre Dame is here, and LSU is here. It's just Notre Dame ain't won since '88. That's the problem. But then
you get recruits in Notre Dame too.
You get recruits
because of the academics.
They went through a point in time where they won't get no recruits.
It's strict. Their academics is strict. It's a lot stricter than the other SEC and all that.
They need to loosen it. They must have loosened it up.
They need to loosen.
What happened was they started. Hey, look. What happened was they started going to the South and getting some brothers, bro. That's what. If we keep in the band, that's what really happened. Look at them teams. No disrespect to nobody, but look at them teams they had before.
Yeah, he was plugging that one academic brother out the hood and breaking them to Notre Dame. That's
then exactly Ohio State, Michigan was getting smacked up. They said, "Hold up, man. If we're gonna compete with Alabama and all these other schools, we got to start getting some of these guys they getting and bringing them up here."
I don't disagree with you on that.
Until Notre Dame play them schools,
Notre Dame. But real talk, Notre Dame is getting in the conference. Like they need. It's done.
I don't think they will because they never have been.
They never have and need to change.
You know why they won't? Because of the TV rights. If they go to a conference, they got to share that TV.
They lose NBC.
They lose that NBC.
But do you see Notre Dame winning the national championship anytime soon?
No. We ain't gonna win it. We can't compete. We can't compete with that recruit like them other conferences.
Hey, Cortland, I know what ain't up. The Tennessee Titans, they ain't up. I'm just saying they ain't up. He was running his lips when he was on the show. Talking about how good Tennessee was. I don't think Tennessee done won since then. Since he been on the show, I might have to look it up. I don't think Tennessee.
Nah, they won. They won.
I think they 1-2 since he's
on the show 2 weeks ago.
We missed a week, so it's 2 weeks.
I'm about to say, we ain't have a show a week.
And they lost two. They lost 2 times.
They won that first week. They won that first week after he was on.
They on a 2-game losing streak.
Yeah.
So what was
on the show 2 weeks ago?
He's trying everything, man. He's just trying. This is the 3rd week, man. He's just trying to make sure it's cool, man. It's cool. You something else, man.
You've been real disrespectful lately, bro. You put a little turtle wax on your head and get a little shiny, and now you want to be disrespectful.
Well, you are the most disrespectful dude I know, man.
Wow. But yeah, man. So like I said, so you say you happy for the guy $95 million, man?
Oh hell yeah! 10 years, that's John Gruden money. And no daggone way his butt should never got that money, regardless.
Who was John Gruden?
No, he wasn't no winner. He got Tony Dungy players and got lucky.
I mean, like he didn't take Oakland to the Super Bowl.
What do you think Oakland to the Super Bowl?
The year before,
Yeah, with Rich Gannon and Tim Brown and Jerry
Tim
Rice.
Brown, all them, yeah.
Who did they lose to?
Lost to
Who did
somebody
they
in the
lose to?
NFC.
They didn't go to the Super. They went to the Super Bowl against Tampa Bay, but he wasn't the head coach.
Yeah, no, he was the head coach at Oakland when he went to the Super Bowl.
When did Oakland go to the Super Bowl in the
Let me
2000s?
see.
They ain't never went to those. That was all New England. When they go to the Super Bowl?
Gotta pull up. Can't think what year. I think it was the
Baltimore,
year
New
before.
England.
Year before Tampa Bay won it, the whole thing.
I got
Was that the Patriots? I don't remember none of that. I thought it was the Patriots. Yeah, I don't remember none of that. You gotta give me that. Oakland. Unless my memory is bad. Yo, I don't remember Oakland going to Super Bowl. I remember going to Super Bowl against Tampa Bay, but I don't remember them before. That John Gruden never been Super Bowl against Tampa Bay. That's the only
They
time
lost in the Super Bowl 2000. Oh, never mind. You're right. They played against Tampa Bay. That was Bill Callahan was the coach.
Yeah, come
But
on,
that was his
man.
team, though. That was still John Gruden's team.
No disrespect, and you're right. I know no disrespect, but what I'm saying is he came and took somebody else's team.
Dang, bro.
He knew the Raiders.
Them Jumpers only made the playoffs 2 times in the last 20 years.
Yeah, I'm about to say y'all crazy. I don't remember no dang Oakland Raiders going to the Super Bowl with John Gruden. Man, look at that garbage, man. Come on, man. Y'all get. But I'm happy for Mel Tucker. He did the right thing. Take the money. Take the money. Don't leave. If they want to, you can lose the rest of you got that money. Okay, take the money. Don't be a fool and talk about. Oh, I want to look here. Look at no. Take that $10.95.
Take the money.
Take
that
money.
money.
You got
He's never seen it. He's never seen money like this. Take the money.
Take the money. It's guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
Even if they let you go, you get
You
paid.
get paid.
Hey,
Right.
man. I think that's a good thing for Michigan State. I think that's a good thing for him. Like, this is the best season that Michigan State's had in a long time. I don't even really remember any Michigan State.
No, Michigan State was pretty solid under that one coach.
Nick Saban had Michigan State decent too. The coach before,
What's his
got
name?
Mike-
You said Nick Saban.
No.
Yes, Nick Saban before he went to LSU was at Michigan State.
Who's
When was
Michigan
it?
State before? Oh, dang. They had a pretty good coach. I can't think his name right now.
How you think he got an LSU job? He had to do something decent.
He was serving you sandwiches.
See something else. Mike D'Antoni, not Mike. Mike.
Oh Lord, Mike D'Antoni.
No,
No,
his name is
something
Mike.
like that.
Yeah, something like that. I know I said it's crazy. I may be off, but it's something like that.
If I say coach
You off all right.
Phoenix and Houston.
Right. But what do y'all think about this though? I don't know if you have this at the topic. I didn't know if that was the last one. I want
Yeah, well, I was gonna go into our
go ahead. The prize. Let me answer this, and we go to the prize picks. Cool. I do want to have your opinion. What about Deion Sanders? Do you think that he can get this black school, this historic black school, to a promise that we can, get better recruits? You know what I'm saying? Can he stick there and be able to form Jackson State into at least a Michigan State? I ain't going Alabama.
A lot of people think that Deion might take one of these big time jobs.
Well, then to me, he kind of talking.
It's defeating the
Defeating the
purpose. He does that and
Right.
defeat the purpose of what he's trying to do.
I don't think he will. I don't think he will. I think this because of the way he's built. And an update on Prize Picks. James Durant has 16 points with 8 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
I tell you one job he'll take. I wouldn't blame him. If
Florida
Florida
State
State ever came open, I wouldn't blame him taking that job.
Florida State, yeah.
That's the only job.
But do you think that job is a
Oh, it's gonna be open the next couple of years.
No, but I'm saying, but do you think that job is a big time job?
Yes. Something wrong. Something happened at the Jimbo. I don't know what they did. Did they change chancellors? Somebody, athletic director, but they haven't got that shit right since after Jameis and Jimbo Fisher. I don't know what made them run because people just don't leave Florida State.
Right.
Like you don't. Oh, I'm going to Texas A&M. Like,
Right.
nah.
Florida State.
Yeah, I ain't putting down like that, but yeah, they got something wrong. But go ahead, Tom. I'm sorry.
What
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
the situation? I think more like NFL players like Deion Sanders, the big name players. They need to come down to those HBCUs so they can bring all the attention to them like Deion Sanders did. That's what it is. Deion Sanders bringing that attention to that HBCUs. So now recruits want to come there because the way he's handling himself, the way he's talking to these people, the public, and all that. So I need more NFL players like Marshall Faulk. I know he went to San Diego State and stuff, but big name players to go and be coaches for our HBCUs to get that clout for people that want to come. You know, oh, Deion Sanders there. I want to come play for him. That's prime time. He can get us this. He can get us that. He can make our facilities better. He can do this. He can do that. Like Eddie George, I forgot who he coached for. I think
Tennessee State.
Yeah, I think he could be able to do the same thing. So I think people like that have to come down back to them HBCUs. If they don't, then I don't think so, man. I think it's still gonna be the same. And even like with Deion Sanders' son, I think now that with the likeness, he can get paid off his likeness because of Deion Sanders. That's all we talk about. What's Jackson State doing? They about to go to the SWAC championship game. What is it, second year there? So
got you.
We need big names down there. Big names.
Okay.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if any of you heard a prize pick, but you can go on there. You pick over, under. So us on Say What. We've been real big into the prize pick. The last week or so?
Yeah.
I would say. So we wanted to share with y'all our picks for tonight. It ain't looking too good at this moment.
Well, mine is Jared Jackson got 23.
Now the only one that ain't doing good is KD.
Well, watch yourself, man. What I just said.
I'm just saying that.
And LaMarcus Aldridge.
Nah, LaMarcus Aldridge ain't doing good either, bro.
Oh, we chose. I didn't even know that one. I didn't know we did. I didn't even know.
I didn't choose that. I looked up that.
Go.
I'm an information guy. That's how you found when I found what you call last night in Jared Jackson today. I go look him up. But I did agree with Ty about the LaMarcus Aldridge.
Man, Jesse on the screen. That's what's up.
Man, I'm tired.
Straight no chase, baby.
Straight no chase, getting all the
Straight
clout.
no chase.
Bro.
I don't know what happened, but let me go back. I don't know what happened. Oh, I know what happened.
What do Aldridge got?
6.
6 points.
He just scored again. So hey, what he got to get?
14 and a half.
Well, it's not him and KD both not going. And it ain't but 6 minutes left, so it's a wrap.
They're gonna go to overtime. It's gonna go to overtime.
But KD better. I need KD to get his on my personal end.
I just need KD for real. I need KD to get one free throw. That's what I need right
personal end, bro.
Yeah, if he don't get the point, damn, help a brother.
Oh my God, he just missed the dunk, bro. It's a wrap. It's over for us, bro.
Who missed the dunk?
KD. It's over for us.
All right, but I wanted to show y'all these picks real quick.
Yeah, it's yeah.
Got Kevin Durant over 23.5 points.
But he had the free throw line, but still, dang, bro.
That's man. This is set up, bro. This is set up. I can't take it. I can't take it, bro. Last night, who did terrible? Embiid 4 for 16 points. Come on, man. Again, more bomb.
And our whole point is, man, if y'all can hit us up in our messenger and give us some ideas of who we should play tonight, we'll try to post it on our page and stuff like that. To tell who we pick. So, but yeah,
bro, we have KD not hit 20 points.
You said that last night when
he had 18 though. He had 18 right now, James.
He better get 23 because he was at 28.
I just told James he could get it.
Well, the way Harden playing, bro. Shoot, Harden torching out there.
My other pick, I picked Steven Adams 6.5 rebounds.
I don't want to jinx my other pick. I don't want to say nothing about, but Siakam. He made his first 3 in the first quarter.
Please don't say that. I was just looking at that. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. There is no. I was hoping that nobody say nothing. Don't say nothing.
Why she making that?
Oh Lord.
Come on, man.
There's still like 6 minutes left in that game.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, my fault. We're having some technical difficulties on my end.
I don't care. He can hit all the layups he wants to tonight. Good.
Yeah.
But like I said, we got Kevin Durant over 23.5. We got Steph Curry over 27.5.
Look, being honest, I love Steph, but I'm nervous about that one.
Why he always killed Chris Paul.
But you think they're gonna put Miguel Bridges on him?
No, I just think that's gonna be a dogfight type of game tonight.
I don't know. I always feel like
I don't think it's gonna be loose to the point where he can be like. I just think it's gonna slow down a little bit.
I don't know why, but I always felt like Steph felt like he had something to prove when he played Chris Paul. Man. I don't know because they both.
He's proven it.
I don't know if it's because they're both from North Carolina. I don't know if it's because a lot of people always view Chris Paul as the best point guard.
Hey James, Siakam just hit a layup.
So Siakam went under 1.5 threes.
James got the under 1.5. I said, James, he better get it under 1.5, man.
Hey, look, I thought one of y'all was gonna go with the AD 0.5.
I picked
I said they're gonna go with that. Why?
I picked them in one of my plays. I had to do it. With no LeBron, he's gonna get 1-3, bro. Come on, man.
I like over. I told you I don't like going under.
Okay.
Yeah, it's that under hard, bro.
Under, bro. It's career over for the under. All right, but like I said, ladies and gentlemen, like Avery said, if y'all want to hit us up about some prize pick ideas, or if y'all want to see our prize picks on a daily basis, maybe we can start sharing the one that we do as a crew with y'all, and let y'all, maybe y'all can get in on the fun. We all could win
for real
some money.
Hey, the one dude last night, no joke, put $450 in, and I think it was 10 times and won it. And I think it was like 4,500, something like that. It was ridiculous, man. But he had 2 unders and 3 overs. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. I need all that bread. Before we get off, I'm gonna show you, bro. I got to, man. This one had me pissed off, man.
All right. Well, as we leave y'all today, shout out to my boy Eric. To my boy Eric Wilson, man. How about them dirty birds, man? You about to show us that?
I can't.
Nah, go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Eric, I'm not gonna come up here and talk no junk, man. You know what I mean? I'm humble. Me and you eye to eye. I still gotta go get tied. I ain't forgot about you. I'm just waiting for the good time. But I'm not gonna go at you, Eric. We good. Me and you cool, man. So you give all the negativity, all the sound all to James. Make sure you kill James every single week, Eric. Every single week.
We ain't gonna make it with Katie.
He ain't even all this. He ain't even hear me. Hey, look, he just talking about the game.
Oh my God, boy.
So we ain't gonna make it, man.
Yeah, you said we gonna make it, man.
KD got 18, man. All you need is $5, $6, something like that.
That first game of the season tonight.
Come on, KD. I need 2. You're too small. You're too small. Buck it.
He got 20. He got 20, man. Come on, James. Come on. What I tell you, baby?
20?
Positivity.
Come on.
5 minutes.
Okay, so look, we'll see y'all next week, ladies and gentlemen. Holla.